In the heart of a dense forest, where shadows danced eerily in the moonlight and the whispers of the wind seemed to carry secrets of the past, there lay a forgotten village known as Hollow Creek. Abandoned for centuries, the village was shrouded in mystery and whispered about in hushed tones by the locals who dared not venture near its cursed grounds. It was on a crisp autumn evening that a group of friends, drawn by curiosity and a thirst for adventure, stumbled upon the desolate village. Adam, the charismatic leader of the group, led the way with his girlfriend Sarah by his side, followed closely by their friends, Jess, Tyler, and Emma. They had heard the tales of Hollow Creek and dismissed them as mere superstition, believing there was nothing more than an abandoned settlement waiting to be explored. As they crossed the threshold into the village, a chill ran down their spines, and the air seemed to grow thick with an ominous presence. The buildings stood decrepit and crumbling, their windows like empty eye sockets staring out into the darkness. The friends pressed on, their footsteps echoing through the silent streets, unaware of the ancient evil that slumbered beneath their feet. As night fell and the moon cast its pale glow upon the village, strange things began to happen. Shadows twisted and contorted, whispers filled the air, and the friends felt as though they were being watched by unseen eyes. Fear gnawed at their insides, but they brushed it off as mere paranoia, determined to uncover the secrets of Hollow Creek. Their first clue came in the form of an old diary, hidden away in the ruins of a crumbling cottage. Its pages were filled with cryptic writings and warnings of a dark force that lurked within the forest, waiting to consume those foolish enough to disturb its slumber. Ignoring the warnings, the friends pressed on, their curiosity outweighing their fear. But as they delved deeper into the village's secrets, they unwittingly awakened the ancient evil that lay dormant beneath Hollow Creek. It started with subtle disturbances, strange noises in the night, objects moving of their own accord, but soon escalated into terrifying encounters with malevolent spirits that seemed hell-bent on driving them mad. One by one, the friends were forced to confront their darkest fears as the evil presence preyed upon their vulnerabilities. Adam was haunted by visions of his troubled past. Sarah was tormented by the loss of her parents. Jess was consumed by guilt over a past betrayal. Tyler was plagued by the specter of his abusive father, and Emma was terrorized by the memories of a traumatic event from her childhood. As the night wore on and their sanity hung by a thread, the friends realized that they were not alone in Hollow Creek. An ancient entity, born of darkness and fueled by fear, had been awakened by their intrusion and would stop at nothing to claim their souls as its own. Desperate to escape the nightmare that had engulfed them, the friends banded together, their bond stronger than ever in the face of unimaginable horror. With each passing moment, the evil presence grew stronger, its malevolent influence seeping into their minds like a poison. But in their darkest hour, they discovered the key to defeating the ancient evil that threatened to consume them. By confronting their past traumas and embracing their fears, they found the strength to banish the darkness from Hollow Creek once and for all. As dawn broke over the horizon and the last echoes of evil faded into the ether, the friends emerged from the cursed village, forever changed by their harrowing ordeal. Though Hollow Creek would remain a haunted memory, they knew that they had faced the darkness and emerged victorious, their friendship stronger than ever in the wake of unspeakable terror. In the heart of a dense forest, where the trees stood like silent sentinels guarding ancient secrets, lay the forgotten village of Hollow Creek. Rumors whispered among the locals spoke of a curse that had befallen the village long ago, driving its inhabitants to madness and despair. But curiosity and youthful bravado led a group of friends, Alex, Mia, Ben, Emily, and Jacob, to venture into the depths of the forest one fateful summer evening. As they ventured deeper into the woods, the sun dipped below the horizon, casting eerie shadows that danced among the trees. The air grew thick with a palpable sense of unease, but the friends pushed forward, drawn by the mystery that lay ahead. Finally, they stumbled upon the ruins of Hollow Creek, its decrepit buildings looming like specters in the fading light. Ivy crawled up the crumbling walls, and the once bustling streets were now overgrown with weeds, nature reclaiming what had been lost to time. Excitement mingled with apprehension as the friends stepped cautiously into the abandoned village, their footsteps echoing through the silent streets. But their sense of adventure soon turned to dread as they uncovered the dark history that had befallen Hollow Creek. Among the ruins, they found journals and diaries filled with the ramblings of the village's former residents, tales of strange occurrences, whispered voices in the night, and visions that drove men to madness. But it was the discovery of an ancient ritual site hidden deep within the forest that sent shivers down their spines, for it spoke of a darkness that had been awakened by the folly of man. Unbeknownst to the friends, their presence had disturbed the slumber of an ancient evil that lurked within the depths of Hollow Creek. As night fell and the moon cast its ghostly glow upon the village, the friends found themselves haunted by visions of their darkest fears. For Alex, it was the memory of his younger sister's tragic death, her pale face etched forever in his mind. Mia was tormented by the echoes of her abusive father's voice, his cruel words ringing in her ears like a sinister lullaby. Ben was plagued by the guilt of a past mistake, a secret he had buried deep within his soul. Emily was consumed by the fear of being alone, the shadows closing in around her like suffocating tendrils. And Jacob was haunted by the specter of his own mortality, a darkness that threatened to consume him whole. As the ancient evil preyed upon their vulnerabilities, driving them to the brink of madness, the friends realized that they must confront their past traumas if they were to survive the night. But as they struggled to overcome their deepest fears, the darkness of Hollow Creek closed in around them, its malevolent presence growing stronger with each passing moment. In a desperate bid for survival, the friends banded together, their bond the only light in the encroaching darkness. With each step they took, they felt the weight of their past burdens lifting, their fears fading into the night like wisps of smoke. But just as they thought they had escaped the clutches of the ancient evil, they found themselves face to face with the source of their torment, a monstrous entity born of darkness and despair. With nowhere left to run, the friends stood their ground, their hearts pounding in their chests as they prepared to face their final test. In a blaze of courage and determination, they confronted the ancient evil head-on, their spirits unbroken despite the overwhelming odds. And as the first rays of dawn broke over the horizon, banishing the darkness from Hollow Creek once and for all, the friends emerged victorious, their bond stronger than ever in the wake of unspeakable terror. Though the village of Hollow Creek would forever remain a haunted memory, the friends knew that they had faced their darkest fears and emerged triumphant, their souls forever marked by the horrors they had endured. And as they made their way out of the forest, hand in hand, they knew that they would always carry with them the strength and courage it took to survive the haunting of Hollow Creek. In the heart of a remote forest town nestled amidst towering pines and whispered legends, there lay an abandoned village veiled in shadows and rumors of an ancient curse. Hollow Creek, they called it, a place where time had halted, leaving behind crumbling facades and haunting memories. It was on a chilly October evening that a group of friends, Nathan, Claire, Ryan, Olivia, and Marcus, ventured into the depths of the forest, drawn by the allure of adventure and the tantalizing mystery of the forsaken village. The journey began with excitement, their footsteps crunching on the carpet of fallen leaves as they ventured deeper into the woods. But as the trees closed in around them, the air grew heavy with an oppressive silence, and the once vibrant colors of autumn seemed to fade into shades of gray. Unperturbed, they pressed on, their curiosity outweighing the sense of unease that gnawed at their insides. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows that stretched like fingers across the forest floor, they stumbled upon the ruins of Hollow Creek. The village appeared frozen in time, its dilapidated buildings standing like silent sentinels guarding long-forgotten secrets. Ivy crawled up the walls, and the windows gaped like hollow eyes, staring out into the encroaching darkness. Despite the chill that prickled the air and the whispers that seemed to echo among the ruins, the friends ventured forth, their eager footsteps echoing through the deserted streets. But as they delved deeper into the heart of Hollow Creek, they could not shake the feeling of being watched, of unseen eyes following their every move. Their first inkling of the darkness that lay hidden within the village came in the form of an old journal, its pages yellowed with age and filled with the desperate scrawls of a villager driven to madness. The entry spoke of strange happenings, of voices in the night and shadows that moved of their own accord. Ignoring the warnings, the friends pressed on, their curiosity outweighing the sense of foreboding that hung heavy in the air. But with each step they took, the darkness of Hollow Creek seemed to close in around them, suffocating and oppressive. Shadows danced in the corners of their vision, and whispers filled the air like a sinister melody. It was as though the very essence of the village itself had come alive, feeding on their fears and drawing them deeper into its grasp. As night fell and the moon cast its pale glow upon the village, the friends found themselves haunted by visions of their darkest fears. Nathan was tormented by memories of his abusive father, his rage a palpable presence in the air. Claire was plagued by the ghost of her mother, her eyes empty and accusing. Ryan was consumed by guilt over a tragic accident that had claimed the life of his younger brother. Olivia was terrorized by the specter of a childhood trauma she had long buried. And Marcus was haunted by the shadows of his own doubts and insecurities, his grip on reality slipping with each passing moment. As the ancient evil that lurked within the depths of Hollow Creek preyed upon their vulnerabilities, the friends realized that they must confront their past traumas if they were to have any hope of surviving the night. But the darkness was relentless, twisting and distorting their fears until they could no longer distinguish between reality and nightmare. In a desperate bid for survival, the friends banded together, their bond the only thing keeping them tethered to sanity in the face of unspeakable horror. With each other's support, they found the strength to face their fears head-on, to confront the darkness that threatened to consume them whole. But as they stood on the brink of oblivion, they discovered the truth that had been hidden within the shadows of Hollow Creek. The curse that had befallen the village was not simply a product of superstition or legend. It was a manifestation of the darkness that lurked within the hearts of men, a darkness that had been awakened by their presence. In the end, it was their own inner demons that proved to be the greatest threat, the ancient evil of Hollow Creek, merely a reflection of the darkness that dwelled within them. And as the first light of dawn broke over the horizon, banishing the shadows from the village once and for all, the friends emerged from the depths of Hollow Creek, forever changed by the horrors they had endured. Though the village would remain a haunted memory, a reminder of the darkness that lurked within the human soul, the friends knew that they had faced their fears and emerged victorious. And as they made their way out of the forest, hand in hand, they knew that they would always carry with them the strength and courage it took to confront the haunting of Hollow Creek.